He's one of the best scorers in the entire draft. I mean, you don't average 23 a game as a freshman in the SEC by accident. You could put him in an NBA game tomorrow and he would go get 20 points. I mean, he's a microwave type of guy. He has NBA move after NBA move, covers a ton of ground with his step back, which we've seen one of the most lethal moves in the NBA.
I think Cam Thomas is wasting away on that bench in Brooklyn. I think that he would be so much better suited if he was in a better situation like Detroit, right? Where he's going to be playing more. I mean, the dude led the SEC in scoring, so he obviously can score. And when he was playing, when Kyrie Irving was out of the lineup, I think he had like a 5-game stretch where he was averaging something like 17 a game. And then all of a sudden, he's just out the lineup, and I don't understand why. I think he's had multiple DNP games this year, so I don't get why Cam Thomas is not more in the rotation, because there's plenty of teams that would love to have his services.
When you came in, was it like, hey, we need you to be the guy? Because Cam Thomas was exploding.
Ooh, 40 balls.
He gave us 50.
He gave Phoenix 40 rounds.
Yeah, and so when you got there, that went away. I was surprised by that.
Man, I don't know, because Cam, that's my guy. Cam tough as hell, too.
He's tough.
Man, and even me, before I got there, I'm just looking at him, I'm like, all right, like some of the shots he shoot, I'm like, man, like whatever. But then I got there and I started like, I remember like the first day I got there and I was shooting with him, like going left and shooting fades and like really fading. And like, if you don't really know me and know like if I really work on it, you might think like, the hell he's shooting. But then like he'll go in and you see me in practice and making them every single time. That's how I felt with Cam, because he's unorthodox sometimes. You shoot that like all the way over here and turn his full body. And then you go into practice, we're working out with him and he's just like doing all this stuff and making every single one. And I'm just like, you know what? All this I be thinking you shoot some bull shots before I got here. You work on.
What's up, you guys? This is JYoungGoTo back with another video. And if you saw the title and the thumbnail, then good for you. You can process information. You're smart. But you know, I'm talking about Cam Thomas. Now, I'm pretty sure now many people may know who Cam Thomas is. But there's still, you know, if you're a casual NBA fan, you don't really watch basketball like that, then you don't really know much about Cam Thomas. And well, Cam Thomas, in my opinion personally, is arguably one of the best up-and-coming young players in the NBA that nobody talks about. And as far as scoring, he's definitely on the tops of that list as one of the best scorers as well in that same category of younger players in the NBA. Sure, he's not at that stage or spot like how some other players are. You know, he was a late first-round pick when he was drafted by the Brooklyn Nets. I think he was a 27th pick. So the expectations for him weren't really high, but this guy coming into the league showed a lot of promise. And let's not forget, last year, you know, he had, I believe, 3 straight 40-point games, becoming the first player, the youngest player in NBA history, I believe, the only player to do that during that time. And he's also just growing and growing and growing right in front of us. Like, let's be real, the first game of the NBA season, he dropped 36 points. And he dropped 30 against the Mavericks the other night. And, you know, the thing about people that, you know, what makes him so underrated is that he doesn't really play a whole lot before. You know, now he's finally getting rewarded, because the other night against the Mavericks, he was in the starting lineup playing against them, and he dropped 30. And the thing is, he's doing it so efficiently. Right now this year, he's shooting 62% from the field, which is nothing other than just amazing. And as you heard guys like Paul George, Mikal Bridges, his teammate, all these guys saying how good of a player he is and how just tough he is as a player. Because this guy, offensively speaking, is a great scorer. You know, he can score on all 3 levels. And I've talked about Cam Thomas in the past. I made a video on him, you know, when I was doing like more scouting type videos. I talked about him and his potential as a player. And, you know, his defense is still something to work on, but his passing has gotten better. And he is actually playing somewhat better on both ends of the basketball court, as long as well with facilitating the ball more. Because, you know, when he first came in, he was doing nothing but just scoring. But if you look at him now and just how much he's grown, it was even under the tutelage of Kevin Durant, who's obviously one of the best scorers, and Kyrie Irving as well, who's another very, very talented scorer. This guy got even more knowledge and wisdom, and hey, what can you say? Look at what he's doing now. This guy has not gotten much respect. You know, he should have been already playing way more minutes, and it's good to see that he's in the starting lineup. And they're gonna have to definitely make a decision about that on this Brooklyn Nets team. Is moving forward, will Cam Thomas be in the starting lineup? And I believe that he should be, because what he's showing you, what he can do already, you know, in just 2 games of the NBA season for this Brooklyn Nets team. And let's not forget, he dropped 36 points the other night in 25 minutes. 25 minutes he only played and he dropped 36 points. What he's doing now is that he's basically proving himself that he is more than capable of being a guy who should be into the starting lineup for this Brooklyn Nets team. And the statistics showed that when Cam is actually on the court, the Brooklyn Nets are a better team. You know, I can't really say what is the possibility of what will happen this year with Cam Thomas, but from what it looks like already, let's not forget last year he was dropping 40-point balls and 30-point games. And doing what he's now doing this year, already off to a great start early on in this season, this guy, I believe that this is going to be probably a breakout year for him and that people are finally really going to know who Cam Thomas really is. One of the most underrated players right now in the NBA, but he's finally putting people on notice, and he's even putting the coach obviously on notice by already putting himself into the starting lineup. And I believe that that was just only going to happen really with time, and it's good to see that it's happening now rather than later. And like I said before, I just believe that this year is going to be a breakout year for him. It's not really a whole lot I can say because, well, the NBA season is new, it's fresh, and it's just now starting. A long season ahead of us, and we shall see what happens. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content each and every single week. Have a great day. Peace.